Let's talk about the men in your life today. Your brother, father, or even boyfriend. Are they emotional? Do they like talking about their feelings whenever they're not asked to? Probably not, because 90% of men are not emotional and they never talk about their feelings, even if they're asked to. Well, I did my research and I asked, why do men act like this? And I found out that boys my age were told as a kid to man up. And whenever they were crying or feeling sad or down, they were told that men don't cry. Growing up with this type of pressure is devastating and can have very consequential effects onto society today. For example, 40, 18 to 45-year-olds are most likely to die from suicide. This is insane how we normalize this with toxic masculinity and how it affects society today. In fact, 75% of the male population has experienced depression and only 15% of them seek therapy. It is insane how we uphold such high expectation for men, however, we don't practice it at all. We don't let them talk about their feelings, however, we make men feel like they're the strong ones in society and we won't let them talk about their problems. Well, the solution. What's the solution? We need to talk about our problems in society, but it's easier said than done. There is a never-ending problem in recent generations that is going on. In fact, our grandparents tell our parents what we are experiencing today, and once they've grown to be adults and have kids, they tell the same thing to their children that are experiencing the problems that we are experiencing today, where we have to uphold the societal expectations of men right now. But in fact, our generation is breaking free of the patriarchy and the toxic masculinity in our society today. Influencers like Frank Ocean and Harry Styles have preached femininity and they don't care about how society thinks of them. They are an outcast and they are doing very well in this society today because they express themselves and they don't feel weak whenever they talk about how they feel. And actually, older men like our parents criticize them for expressing themselves even though we need to get this known out into the media. Toxic masculinity doesn't only affect men, but it also affects women just as much. 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence in some sort of way. Media rewards this behavior because influencers like Chris Brown in his situation with Rihanna got blown out of proportion and he barely got any consequences because of that, because of the toxic masculinity in our society today. A quote from Margaret Atwood describes our society, how it is upheld today perfectly. Men are afraid of laughing at them. Women are afraid of men killing them. This has shown that women have very high expectations of men, while men are very put up on a pedestal where they don't want to be, where they can't share their feelings or anything at all, basically. Well, we need to expose the problem at the root right now. Imagine all the men I mentioned earlier. Imagine if they can speak how they feel whenever they wanted to without feeling weak, without society shunning them practically. Imagine if they did all of that, we could practically end toxic masculinity today, right now.